Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni never imagined they'd be at the center of a legal dispute that millions would follow as if it were a blockbuster movie. Yet here they are, squaring off in a case that has intensified to the point where even the slightest development makes headlines. The biggest surprise so far? These two apparent enemies have found common ground, at least in one respect. They're both refusing mediation. It's a move that sends a clear message. They're not ready to compromise, and they're each determined to steer the narrative. Meanwhile, Anna Kendrick's name has surfaced in passing, sparking curious debates about her willingness to keep associating with Lively amid the public storm. She's not in the legal crosshairs, yet she's uncomfortably close to the chaos through their upcoming film. With social media fueling fan theories, the conversation has exploded beyond the original lawsuit to explore whether this controversy might permanently shift personal loyalties and professional alliances. There's no easy way to parse out where fact ends and speculation begins. Some fans see the drama as a carefully orchestrated press stunt. Others believe it's a sign of deeper issues that have been simmering for months. One thing is certain, this dispute offers a window into how fragile Hollywood relationships can be when money, egos, and reputations collide. Let's break down how a single filing has ballooned into a massive spectacle involving media coverage, industry rumor, and a wave of online chatter that won't subside anytime soon. When a judge recommends mediation, it's typically an early nudge to see if parties can settle without going through a prolonged courtroom battle. For Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, that nudge wasn't enough. By rejecting the idea outright, they're telling the world they either have more to prove or more to hide. Both camps claim it's too early, insisting on further discovery and stronger evidence before attempting any settlement. In legal terms, that translates to wanting maximum leverage. For months, these two have been entrenched in a swirl of accusations, each side drumming up support through their respective fan bases. Their attorneys have consistently framed their clients as the wronged party, hinting that a wealth of undisclosed information will vindicate them. Aligning on this one action, refusing mediation, doesn't erase their animosity. Rather, it underscores their reading from a similar playbook. Hold out, gather more ammunition, and refuse any perception of weakness. Observers differ on who stands to gain. Some argue Lively's star power gives her the upper hand in public perception, while others see Baldoni's approach as methodical, counting on patience to unveil cracks in her case. Regardless, they're sending a clear signal. Neither intends to back down quietly or cut a quick deal. It's a risky strategy, especially in Hollywood, where protracted disputes can tarnish even the most carefully curated public images. In an era of 24/7 information, it only takes one leaked document to flood timelines with theories. Screenshots of court filings spread across social media, and each highlight or footnote becomes a subject of speculation. Fans, bloggers, and even self-styled legal experts dissect the language, trying to guess who's lying or spinning. Meanwhile, major entertainment sites churn out fresh angles daily, magnifying the lawsuit beyond anything Lively or Baldoni might have anticipated. This constant spotlight doesn't just affect the two leads. People with tangential connections, like former co-stars, brand partners, or mutual acquaintances, often find themselves fielding uncomfortable questions. Journalists hunt for side comments, searching for that golden soundbite to add fuel to the story. As a result, relationships and reputations can erode quickly, especially if the public starts attributing negative motives to individuals who were once bystanders. For Lively, this is a stark contrast to her typical brand. She's long been admired for polished elegance and lighthearted quips on social media. For Baldoni, whose laid-back persona garnered its own fan following, this controversy feels like a harsh departure. What used to be mild banter or relaxed interviews now seems overshadowed by accusations and legal strategy. The case, once a private matter, has taken on a public life of its own, with no sign of slowing. Anna Kendrick's involvement in all this remains a point of fascination. She's built a career as the affable, witty star who avoids scandal and rarely draws negative press. Yet, her upcoming collaboration with Lively places her in an awkward spotlight. Insiders whisper that Kendrick wants to dodge the potential fallout, especially if reporters keep harping on the lawsuit instead of focusing on the film they're supposed to promote together. The industry standard relies heavily on co-stars doing joint press junkets to sell a movie's chemistry. Kendrick and Lively previously displayed an engaging dynamic, playful banter that fans adored. Now, that same dynamic might be overshadowed by pressing questions about depositions and legal motions. Some say Kendrick has privately asked studio heads whether they can manage separate interviews or carefully limit mention of the lawsuit altogether. Is she overreacting? Opinions vary. Some insiders believe the alleged rift is largely a tabloid invention, pointing out that plenty of co-stars maintain cordial relations in spite of personal or legal troubles. Others note that even a small risk of negative association can have serious consequences for Kendrick, whose comedic persona thrives on fan goodwill. If a legal scandal turns toxic, she could get caught in the crossfire, damaging a reputation that took years to build. Rewind a couple of years to see Kendrick and Lively joking about silly mishaps and comedic mix-ups in interviews. Their combined charm made headlines. Fans relished the idea that two high-profile actresses had developed a genuine, supportive friendship. Looking back, it's easy to wonder if subtle tensions were there all along, or if the entire meltdown is simply a result of external legal woes overshadowing what was, in reality, a normal working relationship. People often forget that Hollywood friendships, while they can be sincere, also function as part of the promotional machine. When cameras roll, co-stars tend to present their best selves, sprinkling humor and compliments to entice audiences. Off-camera, professional bonds might not translate into unwavering personal loyalty. Disagreements can easily take root if one friend's headline-grabbing predicament threatens the other's carefully managed public image. Now that Lively is in the eye of a storm, every past interview or social media post is subject to scrutiny. Did Anna Kendrick once offer a lighthearted critique that now reads as a subtle dig? Did Lively drop a hint in an old red carpet interview that no one picked up on? It's the nature of controversy to turn innocent moments into potential clues, turning fans into amateur sleuths dissecting every soundbite for hidden meaning. Big studios operate on tight schedules. A film's release window is determined months, sometimes years in advance, with marketing plans carefully orchestrated. The last thing they need is a PR fire that distracts from a movie's selling points. Yet that's precisely the hurdle executives face now. Instead of praising the film's storyline or cast performances, the media fixates on legal woes involving a lead actress. According to murmurs from industry insiders, marketing teams are brainstorming ways to keep the press focused on the movie, not the scandal. Some propose reducing the number of joint appearances, letting Kendrick handle most interviews. They might also encourage Lively to issue short, pre-approved statements that deflect lawsuit talk. But fans and journalists aren't easily deterred. If there's a whiff of controversy, they'll keep pressing for answers. There's also the matter of fan reception. Moviegoers are bombarded with countless entertainment choices, and negative headlines can shape whether they decide to watch a film. If they perceive Lively as embroiled in an ugly controversy, or if they simply want to avoid feeding into the drama, that could hurt the movie's box office returns. Meanwhile, Kendrick's star power, while significant, can't fully shield the film if viewers remain fixated on the off-screen conflict. Every lawsuit in Hollywood has a few likely outcomes. Either the parties quietly settle and issue bland statements about resolving differences, or they forge ahead into a protracted battle that invites ongoing media scrutiny. If Lively and Baldoni refuse to blink, the deeper each side digs, the more unflattering revelations might come to light. While the public loves a good reveal, celebrities often pay a high price when their private details become common knowledge. A settlement could still salvage both reputations, allowing them to pivot to narratives of personal growth and mutual understanding. The spotlight might then move on to another scandal, relegating this dispute to a fleeting memory. But if one or both dig in for an all-out court showdown, the damage might extend beyond these two, roping in anyone who's tangentially connected. At best, it's a gamble that either side's fans will stand by them no matter what. At worst, it's a drawn-out fiasco, leaving permanent marks on their careers. Anna Kendrick remains in a precarious spot, trying to promote her work without alienating Lively or fueling speculation. Maintaining neutrality could be the safest path, but neutrality can read as dodging the issue or implying private disapproval. Whether or not her relationship with Lively survives the barrage of headlines, the next few months will likely redefine how these stars engage with each other publicly. Hollywood has seen power struggles and breakups before, yet each new scandal offers a stark reminder. Nobody is immune from reputational shifts when controversy flares. By refusing mediation, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni have shown they're both ready to take this dispute to the brink. Anna Kendrick, standing on the periphery, finds herself under scrutiny simply by association, wondering how to protect her own brand from a whirlwind she never invited. Studio executives scramble for backup plans, fans devour each new rumor, and social media magnifies every slip of the tongue. At a glance, this might look like just another celebrity feud with a dash of legal drama, but it serves as a cautionary tale about how quickly a private conflict can spiral when fame, financial stakes, and public fascination intersect. Neither Lively nor Baldoni appears ready to budge, and the longer they hold out, the more fervor the case draws. In the end, the question isn't only who might triumph in court, It's whether any victory can offset the reputational cost and how many careers or friendships will be reshaped in the aftermath. For now, the world watches, analyzing each court filing, each social media post, and each hint of personal conflict. Will these stars find a way to contain the damage, or is a storm brewing that no amount of spin can quell? As Anna Kendrick braces for a film release under these conditions, one truth remains. When disputes go public in Hollywood, every comment and decision becomes part of the narrative, one that continues to expand with every passing day.